Hola, friends. This message is for you to not genetically alter your child's DNA. If you are pregnant, if you are planning on having a child in the future, do not alter your child. God is perfect, okay? This is the message. God is perfect, right? No weapons formed against God's perfection will ever prosper. It's just simple as that, okay? God is perfect. You know, I talk to God and I just be trying to figure things out. And I'm like, God, you are so perfect. Like I'm really trying to extract knowledge from the DNA. And I'm like, God, this DNA is so perfect. Like, God is so intentional. You know, we got 2 eyes, 2 ears, a mouth, teeth. Like, we just function so perfectly all on our own. The only thing we have to do is feed ourselves, nourish ourselves properly, and get physical activity. God has thought of everything, right? And so God is so perfect. Nothing needs to be altered. I gave birth to my son in a birthing center in Arnold, Maryland, okay? Shout out to Michelle, one of the midwives. I'm not sure if she still works there, but she saved my son's life. But I noticed something, right? Thank God that I do not get epidurals. Stop poisoning yourself. Ladies, take the pain. We were built for this. Because if you receive an epidural, any type of nerve numbing pharmaceuticals, you are instantly closing off the gifts your child can be born with right away. If you receive any type of epidural, whatever gifts your child has, you are locking them up. Okay? God is perfect. They have no problems in hospitals drugging you up because look how perfect we are. We literally just operate. We don't have to tell our body to do anything. Our body does everything for itself. It regenerates, it heals. It's amazing, okay, when we take care of our vessel. This is God's gifts to us. So, why on earth, when I was talking to God, I was thinking about the day I gave birth to my son and the woman saved my son's life. Best football player, best quarterback, best touchdown in the history of the world, okay? But because I wasn't drugged and I was feeling every single bit of the pain, I was very observant. And I noticed when my son was born, for one, he was as pink as Pepto-Bismol, and 2, they gave him a shot. And because I was asleep back then, I'm fully awake now. Because I was asleep back then, I was like, what was that? And she was like, oh, it's vitamin K. But as I'm replaying that moment, I'm like, God, why would, you just create all this perfection on its own and humans have the audacity to alter it instantly right at birth, talking about, oh, you forgot the vitamin K, God? What? God created everything so perfectly. So perfectly, okay? God didn't forget about nothing. Humans be trying to mess stuff up, right? Because they know God is so perfect. They don't want people to tap into their power. But listen to this. God is so perfect. Humans thought, okay, this is too much for them to handle. Let's start injecting them right off the bat. I'll be trying to think now, how my children are amazing, but how would they have been different had I not vaccinated them and just unconsciously aware, allow them to receive vitamin K shots? Okay, like that is altering our genetic code, right? They do it through everything, right? So I just want to remind you that God is perfect, and so therefore you are perfect. And to honor your perfection, nourish your body properly, do physical activity, and ladies, do not get epidurals anymore because you're halting your child's gifts and their potential instantly, okay? Bear the pain, it's temporary. You're going to have a beautiful gift in the end, okay? And treat your body right, and it's not going to be that bad. I gave 2 births naturally, okay? and stood up after one. I wrote about it in my book, The Love Effect, right? On my website, LOVEGODALCHEMY.com. I gave birth and I stood the fuck up because people were just doing whatever they wanted to do. And I was very aware of what was going on. Honor your vessels. Do not poison it. Do not receive mind-altering vaccines, because God is perfect and created us in God's own image with perfection. So as long as we're honoring our vessels, we're not, drinking it up to mass proportions and being overweight, consuming bioengineered food. Like, we are honoring our vessels, and you will see your full potential. God is perfection. Why on earth do you think God forgot some vaccines? That's some human stuff, okay? Pay attention to your perfection. Are you consuming anything that's altering God's perfection? Okay, this message is for you. I love you. God loves you. No weapons formed against our higher selves in communion with God will ever prosper. Have a wonderful day, friends, from wherever you're watching from.